What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone. Oh yeah, guys, so I have updated to the latest version of Project Ozone. I've been running on an outdated version for like the last 2 episodes or something like that. I feel really bad about that, but yeah, they made some changes. They've updated quests, updated some mods, got rid of the cheaty loot bag thing. Kind of sad about that. A little sad. Anyway, yeah, we're on the latest version right now. I think that's 1.7.2. Now, people are telling me when you update to the latest version, or I guess when you update Project Ozone, it'll overwrite your save file. So guys, make sure you back up your save files. There is no automatic backup thing in this mod pack like we had in Infinity Evolved. So yes, always make sure you copy and paste your save file out of the save folder. Yeah, you don't want anything bad happening. If you lose your world save, that sucks. Anyway, our coke oven is still coke ovening. We've made a decent amount of creosote oil. Yeah, we got 9 buckets worth in here. I don't know, is 1 bucket the same as like a glass jar? I've never tried taking the stuff out of there. I was confused on what that blue and the orange dot were on the side. Oh, you know what's down here. Yeah, I was confused what the blue and the orange was on the side of the creosote tank, and I don't know why, I just spaced it. Of course, it's where you put in like a bucket or something to get the creosote oil out. Yeah, so you put in something here on the blue side and it comes out on the orange side like things do. So is it, so we got 9, 8. Okay, so 1 bottle is a full bucket. Cool, and they stack, great. All right, so we got 5 more buckets in there. We got 4 on us. That is really awesome. We need wood. We need planks. Yep, we cannot do what we needed to do because we haven't done any tree farming or anything like that. So we're still waiting for that to cook down. We're still waiting to get more creosote oil. I did make a new path over here. If you didn't see that on the mini-map already, yes, we have another path out here. There's nothing special about it. It's just like the other 2 that we have built so far. It's 30 blocks away from the island, and then it's like 9 blocks this way, 9 blocks that way, 9 blocks that way, and then we just got, you know, the cobble walls around it with some torches to keep it all lit and all this stuff. I'm thinking we might start looking at agricraft today. I was going through the quest book. There are quests for, or not agricraft, magic crops. I'm sorry. One of these mods. Yeah, we need the Osseo Essence. We have plenty of this stuff. It needs us, or wants us to make Osseo seeds, which we should have, and a weak Infusion Stone. I think we're going to start looking at this stuff. Yeah, we were doing the immersive technology section. We were going down this way, and yeah, we kind of needed planks for this. You know what? Actually, we might just set up like a makeshift tree farm over here. I'll grab some dirt. I'll grab some saplings. We'll twerk, do the shifty thing, grow the trees, vein mine them down. That might be a thing we could do. We got 10 dirt. How many saplings we got? Is it this chest? We got plenty. Let's take some of these. Yeah, I think that's actually what we need to do. We need to get wood. We don't have any wood. We need to get wood going, and then we will probably look at the magical crop stuff a little bit later today. Let's do something like that. I don't know why I did a 2x2, but that's the way I did it. So we'll copy it over here, and then I guess like that. Cool. All right, so get planted. How does that work? Does it work if I'm below it? Like, oh, it does work there. Okay, cool. I don't know how far away it works. Like, if I stand in the center here, is it gonna hit all of these? If I do this, do those get the sparklies over there? I don't see any sparklies. I guess you got to be within like a few blocks or something. All right, let's try it over here. Yep, that works just fine. Kind of annoying. Do you have to constantly shift? Apparently, you can sprint around and it does the same thing, I guess, if you want to sprint. Yeah, all of those are grown now. So if we come over here and sprint around these trees, yeah, just sprinting causes them to get the little sparklies and they start growing, which is kind of cool. Awesome. All right, so now we have a big old wall of trees. We can vein mine these down. Get vein mined. Sweet. Apples. Saplings. Man, that's a lot of apples, actually, isn't it? And a lot of saplings. Cool. All right, well, let me go ahead and do this for a little bit. We'll collect some wood. We'll get things going here. We need to combine the wood with the creosote, right? In order to make the treated wood, we had to do that recipe like 20 times, I think. Anyway, let me get to it. We'll be back. See you in a bit. All right, guys. Well, we are currently waiting on the creosote to be made. I've done pretty much all of the treated planks that we can do. Yeah, we need 4 more buckets of that stuff so we can do this recipe 4 more times, and we can complete this quest. So, yeah, we're kind of blocked from doing the rest of this stuff. I mean, we could just jump ahead, but it's probably best to follow the quest as we go. So while we're waiting for that to happen, we should just go ahead and take a look at the magical crops. So let's do that. So Osseo Essence, unnamed quest. This wants us to make 3 Osseo seeds. How do you make a Osseo seed? We do this by taking 1 wheat seed and surrounding it by the essence. Pretty easy. Okay, so we've done a lot of this essence. We've gotten a decent amount of seeds. Should we just make, should we do like 10? Should we do 9? 10? Let's do 10. Why not? Actually, we're probably just going to do 8 because that's what 1 stack will do, right? We'll do 8 of those. There we go. Got it. So that should fulfill this quest. And then we need the weak Infusion Stone. So the weak Infusion Stone is made by putting Osseo Essence around an emerald or a diamond or a gold block. Well, we haven't really had much use for emeralds. Gold is kind of precious to me right now. Oh, you know what? We need the essence. Yeah, we've been getting this stuff off mobs just by killing mobs, right? All right, so there's a weak Infusion Stone. So that should complete these 2 quests. This doesn't say that we're supposed to do anything with these. It doesn't tell us what we're supposed to do with them. Anyway, that's going to give us a chance cube and a reward bag. Today is center reward bag day, so we're going to do the one in the center. It's a good reward bag, and right. So that we got like 3 of those last episode. Now it's going to do it again to us, right? All right, we'll put all that stuff away. I hope this stuff is useful later on. I have no idea if it is useful or not, but it's being very trolly at this point in time, that's for sure. All right, so let's go back to the quest book. What does it want us to do now to continue on? It wants us to make Osseo Essence. By the way, these are names, I believe, from Harry Potter. I think that's where I heard these were coming from. They might be some Latin name. I think I heard it was Harry Potter. Anyway, so yeah, there's like Crucio or I don't know. Anyway, something like that. So this wants us to make an Osseo Furnace, a regular Infusion Stone, and an Osseo Hoe. So let's see how we do this. So an Osseo Furnace is made by a furnace with Osseo Essence, and then we make that essence by putting a Osseo Essence around the weak Infusion Stone. Simple enough. Let's go ahead and do this. So there's that. We need the furnace. We need 4 of those, so there's that. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Cool. So there's this. Yeah, and then we need that around. Oh, that's right. These have a durability. Okay. This. There we go. So I don't know how this thing works. That looks like a flower, right? Can we place this down? Oh, it literally is a furnace. So oh, that's weird. It's wiggling. It's wiggling. So, okay, so this literally is a furnace. I thought this was like a flower or something similar to like the Botania thing. You drop something on the ground and it just picks it up and starts doing things. No, it looks like a flower, but it really is a furnace. Okay, so there is that thing. And a regular Infusion Stone is made by... Oh, okay, well, this is different. So we need stuff. A weak Infusion Stone, right. So we need stuff from the weak Infusion Stone level. Different plants, different seeds. We'll probably be doing the earth stuff, because I think this essence can be, this essence can be used to make dirt. And dirt's kind of important because that'll allow us to grow out the farms and all of this stuff. We get dirt from earth seeds. And we get the earth seeds from dirt plus Osseo Essence plus Osseo seeds. Okay, so we have some of those seeds already. I wonder, the uses for these seeds, so we can turn it into coal, dye seeds, fire, water, air, earth, a glowstone. Oh, that's pretty nice, but we need the actual glowstone. Oh, we do have glowstone, don't we? Oh man, we're going to start really getting into this redstone. We'll be able to start growing redstone here pretty quickly. I don't know if the magic crops work with the watering can. If they do, that's going to be like super awesome. We're going to have all the resources here in like no time at all. Yeah, this is Creosote Essence. Okay, yeah, this is getting a little bit higher up than what we can do. Osseo Essence for iron seeds and obsidian seeds. Yeah, there's just so many things we can do. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. We needed to make the regular Infusion Stone and the Osseo hoe. Can we make the Osseo hoe? Let's look at this. So in order to make this, we need a diamond hoe with Osseo Essence. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. That seems simple enough. So we'll split this into 4s like we do. Plus this, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's get ourselves a diamond hoe. Actually, you know what I should do? I should just go ahead and just turn all of this stuff into there. We'll just do that because I'll probably need more than that later. All right, so there's 2 diamonds plus a stick. We'll make the hoe, then we'll turn that into the Osseo hoe. There's that. And that. Cool. There's 2 parts of this complete. Nice. So now we just need to get ourselves some of the stuff. So let's look at making the earth seeds. So to make these things, we need Osseo Essence plus the seed plus dirt. We so happen to have dirt. So we can make 2 of those seeds, I believe, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Wait, what? The dirt turns into a oak sapling. I had no idea that was a thing. So that could be interesting for... I'm trying to think if that's going to be interesting for something. It might be. It might be. I don't know for sure. So there's that plus this. Oh, did I put these on the wrong spots again? Oh, these are the wrong seeds. They're probably in the right spot. Yep, I think it was in the right spot. I just had the wrong seeds there. My mistake. Okay, so that gives us 2 per craft. So we got 4 earth seeds. Let's plant these. Let's go ahead and get rid of these carrots for now. We're probably going to be moving the magical crops all the way over here fairly soon, but I want to check this stuff out. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay, so the magical crops, they hurt you if you, if you stand on them. They do hurt you, so that's a thing to be aware of. Watering can, where are you, watering can? Are you in this? No, you got to be down here. Let's double click. Water. I don't see the watering can. Not there. There it is. It was up here. Okay, found it. So if we do the watering can on these, does that make them grow faster? I saw that carrot move. It looks like these, I can't tell. Yeah. The watering can must be working on these guys. Okay, cool. So this will give us the earth essence, and then let's look at this earth essence and the uses for this guy. Yeah, so 8 of those in a hollow will give us dirt. So we can also mix that with water to get clay. We can mix that with fire to get cobblestone. Yeah, earth and fire in a different way will give us gravel and sand. Cool. And we can also get dust. Wow, that's going to be really, really awesome. So that means we won't even have to set up like a pulverizer or any of this stuff. Well, I don't know. I don't know if we can only get certain things from like the sieve or whatever. If we can get like the magical crops or everything, that's going to be really awesome. So can I harvest this thing? I'm right clicking on it. Nothing's happening. Gotta be careful of the lava. Do we have to break it every time? We might have to break it every time. So we did end up getting an extra seed. So I don't know how we're going to automate this. Are we going to have to do like the harvester planter thing? Or is the harvester leave it planted? Do we have to do it with an empty hand maybe? Shift right click, right click. Does the hoe do something? Whoops. Getting a little out of control with that thing. So hold shift for tool durability bonus plus 1 extra from Initio crops. Oh, okay. So maybe it just gets us more stuff when we harvest using the hoe. I see. Nope, that is the wrong one. Let's grab these earth seeds. Cool. Anyway, I'm going to go and play around with this for a little bit, try and figure out some things. We're going to collect some of this earth essence, then we'll be able to get some dirt, and then we'll be able to lay out some more magical crops. See you guys in just a little bit. All right, guys, so I've been growing those earth seeds over here. It kind of, yeah, I grew them here a few times, kept expanding out, kept getting more seeds. We finally got a decent amount of the earth essence, so now we should be able to make a decent amount of dirt. Let's go ahead and do that. Yeah, there we go. 2 stacks plus 18. That's pretty awesome. We also have 3 additional earth essence remaining, and we're now up to 17 seeds. I don't know if we're getting the extra seeds because of the hoe or they just randomly drop an extra seed. Either way, we're collecting extra seeds, so we're going to be able to make all of the dirt here pretty soon, which is pretty cool. Awesome. So that'll allow us to expand out our area that I wanted to do the magical crops in over here. But yeah, I didn't start doing anything because we really didn't have a lot of dirt. Now we do. So cool. Let's go ahead. Let's go back to what we were doing originally with the immersive engineering stuff. Yeah, we need 4 more recipes of this. Those clouds up in the sky just kind of freaked me out for a second. Those over there, yeah, it's kind of jumping around. I was like, what are those things way up there? And then I realized, yeah, those are just clouds. They're far away, though, and it's in the night sky. Anyway, so now that we got those 4 things, we should be able to complete the crafting thing that we needed to do previously. Do we have enough here? Yes, we do. Creosote. There we go. That should complete that quest. Let's jump backwards. Yeah, 1 quest with unclaimed rewards. That would be this one. The treated wood is now done, so we can pick the middle one, middle reward bag day. It's a greater reward bag, so this should be really good. It is light blue spectre blocks. I have no idea what these are. I have no idea. It just looks like some kind of blocks. I don't think those are really important. That's fine. We can just put those away. We'll look at them another time. Sticks, chance cube. Cool. So beyond this, the treated wood, we have the windmill that it wants us to make. So we have to make a windmill. I'm curious how this is going to work. Is it this? There's 2 different types. There's improved, there's regular. I think we have to do the regular one. So we need 4 windmill blades, an iron ingot. And the windmill blades are made with treated planks and treated sticks. Oh, that's pretty easy to do, especially since we have all of the treated stuff. So 2, 3, 4, right? Let me double check. Yeah, so yeah. So it's 3 planks. 1, 2, 3, 4, like this, and then the rest of that sticks like so. That'll make that. Then all we need to do is get ourselves 1 iron ingot, like so. That, this, and 1 of those, and there we go. Windmill done. Door closed. So that completes this quest. Cool. So the windmill, I believe we can put on a kinetic dynamo or whatever from Immersive Engineering. We stick it up in the sky and that passively produces power, but I think the windmill blades break over time. Never used that. I've only used the water wheel, which we'll probably be using here pretty soon. Middle reward bag, claim it. And we get... It's a crap reward. We get a redstone block and factory blocks. Meh. That's fine, I guess. Can we actually hold on a second? This redstone block, that's from chisel. Can we make ourselves a chisel from chisel? A chisel from chisel? Let's see. So an iron plus a stick. I think we might be able to make one of those, and maybe we can take that redstone block and convert it back into like vanilla. There's our redstone. Nice. 36 redstone. I don't think that's a crap reward. I'd say that's pretty good. That'll allow us to make the redstone seeds that we're going to need for a little bit later so we can make all of the redstone. I like it. Cool. So let's continue on with the quest book here. So that's done. This wants us to, yeah, the Kinetic Dynamo. Ha. Nice. All right. So that wants us to make one of those. Let's take a look at how we make one of these. So the Kinetic Dynamo is made by 2 redstone, the copper wire coil, and 3 iron. The copper wire coil is made by LV, which is copper ingots plus stick. We get 4 of those per craft. We need 2 of those crafts. So we need 8 copper ingots. So grab that. And let's make some more sticks. Oh, we got planks on us. We'll do it this way. Cool. And we can go ahead and do stick plus this, that, and that. There we go. All right, so it's the LV wire coil around, what was it? An iron ingot. Let's grab one of those. Nice. All right, so that's done. Now we just need 3 more iron and 2 redstone, and we should be able to complete this quest. So there's 2, there's 3. Let's get this all laid out. And 2. Nice. There's a Kinetic Dynamo. Awesome. Oh, it wants us to make 2 of them. Of course it does. I didn't see that. It didn't get me that time. I just didn't read it properly. All right, so there's 2 sticks. We'll go ahead and do this once again. Split those apart like so. Nice. So we need 4 iron, 2 redstone. 4 iron, 2 redstone. Let's go ahead and get this done. So 3 redstone. That done. All right, complete. Nice. Let's do the middle reward bag. Claim it. This is a basic reward bag, and well, it says it's a crap reward, but you know, honestly, I like the fact that I can just convert that back into regular vanilla redstone and get 36 more redstone out of it. To me, that is not very much a crap reward. That is pretty awesome. Maybe later on, when we get like super end game, it won't be that great, but right now, it's not so bad. I like it. All right, so now that that's done, it wants us to do a thermoelectricity. So to do thermoelectricity, we need to make 2 thermoelectric generators. That's one word. Thermoelectric. So to make these, we need Constantin plate? Constantin? I don't know. So we need one of those ingots with the engineer's hammer. Is there another way to make this? Metal press? All right, so how do we make this? We make that by, looks like copper and nickel. Can we do that in smeltery? I assume we can do that in smeltery. Let's try doing that in smeltery. So do we got copper? Do we got nickel? Ferrous? I think we got, let's try up here. Yes, we have a little bit of nickel, and oh, we got the nickel ore gravel too. So we can grab one of our hammers that we have. Yep, we'll go and smash this up, and then we will take this and put it into the smeltery. I hope this works. I think it should work. I haven't tried this before. This is a new alloy to me. Hammer. Let's turn that off. All right, so we will do that action. Oh, that almost went off the edge, I think. You can go ahead and turn that into the sand. Then we got 12 of these. We'll just place these out real quick, like so. Yeah, the vein mining with this is so good. I like it so much. That takes like no time at all. And there we go. There's a stack, pretty much, of the powder. There's the dust. So we need 2 of those plus the copper. Now, hopefully, these will melt down and alloy together. Let's have a couple of carrot juices. Delicious. Okay, so let's see. 2 of those. That. All right, so hopefully those will melt down and combine into the smeltery. Let's wait for this to happen. I'll check it out. We'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. Well, I let the copper and the tin smelt in the smeltery, and it did not do what we wanted it to do. So it looks like we have to get the pulverized versions of these and then combine them in our crafting grid or whatever. So we are in the process of making ourselves a pulverizer. We're going to make the basic one because it's cheap and we don't have a lot of stuff right now. Oh, you know what? I forgot to get the stuff for that. Let me grab 2 more redstone, just 2, and a gold bar. Cool. And we will make the redstone reception coil. That should give us everything that we need. There we go. Pulverizer basic did it. All right. So we have this thing. Stick it right there next to this. And it looks like, of course, it is turning. It's turning night. Let's sleep. Inside of my head, it's still empty, guys. It's so weird. Like, sometimes it does that, where it's like the camera's inside your head, and sometimes it doesn't. I don't know what the difference is. Anyway, so this thing is getting power. We are charging. We are not charging this up. Does it not send power to the side? No. All right, we'll take this thing. We'll stick it on top of here. That should get it power. There we go. Now we're getting power. All right, so now we need to get, what was it? The tin, what were we even making? I can't remember now. We were going to be making the thermoelectric. And this required us to have this stuff, which was this. In order to make this, we need nickel and copper. And of course, I have used all my copper making copper gear. So we're down to 1. So I'm going to have to smelt down some more copper. But anyway, we should be able to see if we can do like 2 of these things. Let's do the 1 copper. Wow, that is fast for a basic. Does this have, it doesn't have anything. Snap, that's fast. Okay, so that must have been changed to the configs. Normally that takes a long time. So there's bronze blend. That's not, Well, hold on a second. Did I look at that incorrectly? Nickel, not tin. Ooh, that would have been bad. Nickel and copper. All right, so I'll do one of those. Okay, so this plus this. Yeah, there we go. There's our Constantan grit stuff. And we need to smelt this down to make the things. Yep. And then we need like 5 of those. Okay. Well, anyway, let me go ahead and finish this up. Wait, was this... This is steel, so we're going to need a blast furnace. Uh-oh. Okay. Well, let me go ahead and finish up making the rest of this stuff that we need. We will hammer it out. We'll get everything else ready to go. And then I think we're going to be forced to take a look at that blast furnace. Cool. We'll be right back, guys. All right, guys. Well, I went ahead and I took some of our lava from our lava drum, filled up our stone barrels that we started messing around with a little bit last episode. Yep. And then I took some of that redstone that we were getting from this redstone blocks, which said that it was like a crap reward or whatever. Yeah, I took that redstone and put them into these stone barrels with the lava, and now we have a decent amount of netherrack. In fact, we should have those 2 that we did last episode over here, and I think that's the amount that we need to get this done. Let's see if we break this into, yeah, that'll be 14. We pretty much need to do the blast furnace. Let me back up for just a second here. So the thermoelectric generator, let's do this. The thermoelectric generator does require us to have steel, and as far as I know, steel is made, well, if we have the magic crops, I think we can get it from that. Yeah, we can do magical crops from steel, but we're not there yet. So pretty much in order for us to get steel, we are going to need to burn iron. Steel ore, yeah, we don't have steel ore. Let me just double check these recipes real quick. Oh, iron plus coal powder looks like that would do that, but we'd have to make the induction smelter. Anyway, one of the quests says that we need to make the blast furnace, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We already have the Immersive Engineering Creosote Oven, so we're making the creosote, or the coal coke. The coke oven is what we had. So we already have some of this coal coke. We're just going to go ahead and do it to fulfill the other quest. We're going to make the steel that way. So blast furnace wants us to do 14 recipes of this, of the blast brick. And in order to make this stuff, we need brick plus netherrack plus blaze powder. So blaze powder is not a big deal. We have that. In fact, we have more somewhere else, I think. Yeah, we can't do this because we need the steel. So we'll go and put that here. We also need brick, which comes from the clay balls. So we're going to need the same amount of brick as we have for this. We're going to need 56 clay balls. I thought I had some others. Did I not make the clay? Uh-oh. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to make the clay, but I wanted to show you guys this. I did make the pulverizer, and I made a redstone furnace. And the redstone furnace does, in fact, go as fast as the pulverizer. Yeah, without any augments, I want to see how fast this thing will go when it's fully augmented. Yeah, I ended up moving the solar panel from on top of the sieve over here on top of this leadstone thing. I don't know why that's not connected now. Why isn't that connected? I don't know. That was connected earlier. Now it's not. Anyway, yeah, we're putting this right on this leadstone flux duct, and that is powering these 2 machines and the sieve at the same time. So that's pretty cool. All right, so that's all done. I'm going to go ahead and get some dust. Yeah, I have dust here. I thought I had made enough. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'm going crazy. I thought I had made enough of the clay balls that we should be able to do that and turn it into the regular brick. Well, I tell you guys what. I'm going to go ahead and just do this off camera. Yeah, we're reaching the end of the episode anyway. We're going to go and wrap it up. I'll finish this up off camera. Next episode, we will set up the blast furnace. We'll start making steel. We'll start progressing. I'm going to try and expand out our magic crop area over there, or at least where I want to start farming stuff. Not necessarily magic crops. We need a place to grow trees, the magic crops, everything else. We'll probably move our carrots over there and other food sources and all of this stuff. But yeah, guys, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on this episode if you did like it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.